Other thing we look at is alignment in the water. So I'd say if I had 10 people come to me, 5 of those will be crossing over when they enter the water. So as your arm comes over the top of the water and then your hand goes to enter it, that's what we call that's the entry part of the stroke. And about half the swimmers that I see are crossing the center as that hand reaches forwards out in front of them. So it crosses the middle of their body. So one of the things we want to try and do there is what we call swim on train tracks, as in if you imagine you've got these train tracks that are in line with your ears, every time you enter the water, you want your left hand to enter in line with your left ear and extend straight forwards out in front of you. So you're following those train tracks every time you're entering and reaching forwards. And that way you'll typically swim a lot straighter than if you're crossing over. And it can get rid of a lot of other faults in the stroke. So that's one of the things that we work with swimmers who come to our clinics in the beginning, is just getting on those train tracks and swimming straight, because things just are a lot easier when you do that. And the funny thing about that is if you do cross over, and the way you can tell that is if you look forwards when you swim, have a look and see what your arms are doing as you're reaching forwards. And if they are crossing over, and it's really common, then try to correct it to get them on those train tracks. But when you go to change it, if you were crossing over, you've often got to exaggerate it to the point where you don't believe you should be that wide. Like it's like you probably see in like any sort of practice that you do, that proprioception sometimes isn't great. So we have to have swimmers just swim in a way where they feel like this cannot possibly be the correct thing to do, but it's because it's different than what they've done for perhaps many years. And they get used to it after a couple of weeks, but sometimes we have to get them to stretch those boundaries of what they think they should be doing, because it's just different than what they're used to, and takes a while to get used to it.